Well, welcome, everyone. We are so glad that you have decided to take some time with us today. We value your time. It's a precious commodity, and we want to make sure we respect that, and we'll keep things tight. We're Partnerco. We are going to just share a little bit we say a half hour, but we'll probably cheat and lie a little bit and go maybe 40 minutes, but we'll try to keep it tight. But we're going to share why we love Partnerco and everything. And you're going to hear some stories and some fun and some pictures and why we love it. We're gonna geek out a little bit on some science and doctors. We're gonna share some what we love about some of the products and maybe some stories, and we're gonna share a little bit about some of the fun we have at the end, and invite you to join us as a partner in one way, shape, or another. So we'll go into that, what that could look like for you.
That's right. I'm Cindy from Edmonton, Alberta, and Russell and I often do this little show together. And so we'll take you through a bit first about why we love PartnerCo and what it is. So we are your wellness, business, and lifestyle partner. We want to be in all those areas with you because they are also interrelated. And when you're winning at all of those, you've got a pretty good life. And that's what we want, right? We want to live healthy, make money, and see the world. So we have kind of what we think is a unique product approach. We have a science and nature collaboration, and that is basically we take the science around natural ingredients like food, herbs, those type of things, and we combine it to make products that actually have an effect on people's health. Our farm to pharmaceutical, which I can never say the first time, it's a bit of a tongue twister, is where we're sourcing our ingredients from the best places around the world, and soil is a huge thing, making sure that you're getting the nutrients from the soil into the plants and that sort of thing. And Russell, I saw this actually. It was just at an event in Vancouver, and we heard this from, I can't remember who it was. I think it was Dr. Crystal, that with all of our products, we can trace them back to the seed all the way through to production. So that means that we know exactly the nutrients, all of the information on that, and we can do that on all of our products. So that's where we get into precision nutrition and solutions that last.
Yeah,
Uh,
very important to be able to do that because the soils are not the same around the world, and they're not the same at all because some areas have contamination, some areas they don't get proper uh, they don't have a chance. We don't let rivers flood anymore, right? We don't let rivers overflow. So soil's not very good. So again, it's so important to be able to source that out. So our ingredients come from everywhere. Ingredients come from India, from China, from Africa, from all over
Italy.
the place, Italy, right? So
Yeah,
again, very precise, with our nutrition as well, right? So
yeah.
just getting the right combination. Right? Yeah, anyone here who likes following hockey, you have the right chemistry for a team can take you from making a playoff kind of a team, or you can be the right chemistry. One player, one change can make it your Stanley Cup. You can be a three-peat in the Stanley Cup, right? That's how important, and that's what we've been able to do here. We get the right combinations, and we end up having like Stanley Cup winning type of products that can change people's lives because they create solutions for people that last. They're not just a flash in the pan. They are something that's going to last for a long time. And just to go one step further, we guarantee, we test, we do all that kind of stuff because that's just important part of our industry. It's not regulated, but we want to take it to the next level and make sure we do all those checks and balances to make sure everything is perfect. And there's solutions that last that result from this. You can see all the different examples. Kids' health and weight management and sleep, detoxing, properly and all that. And that's the results that we end up getting for people.
That's right. And who doesn't have somewhere in this grid of different solutions that they would like help in or would like to be better in, right? We all want to feel our best as we go through life.
Yeah,
And
Put
Oh,
put type you're probably one or two of those boxes. Maybe throw in the chat which one's your top one you're looking for right now, or maybe which one you were looking for. You know,
yeah,
which
for
one of
sure.
those? Was it your mood? Mine was mood. I was ready to get stabbed with a pitchfork. My mother-in-law wasn't very happy with me because I had a bad mood, right? So which one for you? Let's see it in the chat. Which one of these is important for you right now?
Sorry, I was just letting somebody in here. So
Oh,
yeah, put in the chat and we'll keep on listening because we're going to go through several of these and we'll do it fairly quickly because if we talked in detail about every product, we would be here for about 4 days. Um, so we don't want to do that. But like Russell said, we are guaranteed, tested, and proven. And so we have our seal, which you see on the bottom right there. And what goes behind that is several, like even just within the company, we have several step process to make sure from source to raw ingredient delivery all the way through production that everything as it should be. And then when we get to the end, we actually send it out to third parties to test and make sure that what we're saying on the label is what's there and that it is at the potency that we are saying. So we get all of that and um, have those in behind our name, our guaranteed, tested, and proven there. And we do have, I think we have over 215 different annual quality tests. We have different physician endorsements, and just it's something that's very important to us, and isn't a lot of companies don't do that. They won't spend the extra money to send it out to make sure that it's good. And I know when I'm spending money on my health and that sort of thing, I want to make sure I'm getting my money's worth, right? Like I can go and buy something at Costco, and it may not have anything in it, to be honest, but that's where it's not regulated, right? So making sure that even whatever you're looking at, you should be looking for some of these third-party guarantees. And we also have an amazing scientific advisory board. These are a bunch of our different doctors who are on the board, and they are, when you hear them talk, they are passionate about what they do and the products that we're bringing forward. Dr. Ray Strand has, I think, 6 or 7 books out there talking about nutritional medicine and all of these different things, living healthy. And he's definitely an expert in the field, and he gets on stage and he talks about stuff, and I think he's 80 or just over 80 now, and it's amazing. He's definitely lives, he talks the talk and walks the walk, however you say that.
yeah. Oh yeah. If you have any interest in hearing, actually listening, ask the person who invited you here, and they will be very happy, especially Dr. Strand and Barbara Cox Lovesey. We can definitely share different things where they share and they make it understandable. Like I drive tractor all the time. I don't, but I can understand what they're talking about, right? So they make it really simple for people, and that's so important.
Yeah, it's great to have that kind of support behind you that, they're gonna help us to understand it. We don't have to know everything. We don't have to be the doctor or the food scientist or the whatever. So it's great that way. We also have a wellness council and an athletes council, which are made up of partners like us who are either in the medical field, whether it be nurses, doctors, nutritionists, several different other naturopaths, those type of things, and then professional athletes that come in and they have a bit of a say around the what products are coming out and what's happening, right? And making sure that we're meeting the needs that are out there today. So we're going to get into some of the products now. This is our flagship product. Right now is, everybody is always concerned about weight. And when you have extra weight, that's definitely going to affect several different things in your life. You could be leading to cholesterol, type 2 diabetes, multiple things, right? So getting some of that weight down, especially that visceral fat right around the belly, is critical. And it's hard to do that. It's definitely not, that's usually not where you lose weight at first, right? So these drops really help focus in on that. And they're homeopathic drops, and you have 2 drops, and they just come in little bottles like this. You have a dropper in there, and you just put them under your tongue 3 times a day, and right before your meals, because that's easy to remember. And it helps with that weight management, but it's not just weight management. It actually helps with balancing your different hormones in your body. So your cortisol levels, your insulin, that sort of thing, to help control your appetite and control your cravings, and get your body balanced so that it can work the way that it's supposed to. So both of these do that. The first one really kind of works on the appetite control, um, the craving control, the hormones and the balancing of the body, that sort of thing. And the second bottle really gets into the metabolism and energy and mood. So really taking a look at this from all angles. And we've got real science, real results. So we've got tons, we've got like, I don't know, somebody should count at some point, right, Russell? Like, we've probably got tens of thousands of these before and after pictures now of people who've had amazing results, who either, for women, maybe they're going through perimenopause or menopause and haven't been able to lose weight, and have just been gaining weight with no real knowledge of why. Or, you just, life gets in the way, and you're at that point where you want to get your old body back
Yeah,
or
there's
just be
lots of
healthier.
reasons. Yeah, injuries maybe, and you
Yeah.
slow down, and you can't do your normal exercise, or maybe you're just maybe you just hit that 30 and you're still eating like you're 20, right? And like that's what I was doing. So
Yeah. So we have tons of these, and you probably, if you're a guest on the call or you're watching the replay, you've probably seen some of these posts out there on social media. We have a few of our friends around here who have been on our call and telling their stories before. This is Nadine and Blaine, and you can see their amazing results, and they are just loving life now and feeling so much better. And then this is Michelle and her husband, right, Russell?
yeah, yeah. So Michelle was just, obviously there wasn't looking to lose, shed a bunch of weight. She was looking for the balancing. She was looking for, the all the non-scale stuff. But you can still see it targeted that mid section that's very tough for people to get rid of. And then her husband, obviously, the husbands, the guys. I don't know if there's any guys on here. I think Steve's on here now, but we're a little slower sometimes. We don't get the memo, and the girls jump on first, and then the guys follow. But you can see the guys, look at it. You can see her husband. I think his name's Terry. Huge results, and we see this example all the time. The girls lead the way. So thank you, ladies, for being so brave and stuff with this. So yeah, we could show examples of this for hours.
Yeah. So there's just a couple examples. We're going to have another one a little bit later, and then Russell's going to share a testimonial from some people that he hung out with this last weekend. So we do have a few other products that all of our products are meant to work together if you want them to work together, or you can take which ones you want. But some of the other ones that work really well with the drops, this is our new product called Ab Vantage, and it's ab, not ad, because it helps to remove that last layer of fat that's over your abs. And so it's really meant to reduce the waist and hip size. So it's called a thermogenic, and it really gets into your body and gets the brown fat going, which is your energy fat, to get rid of the white fat, which is the bad fat. But when you partner them up with the drops, it's pretty cool. And we have another one that goes well because, not everybody's perfect. I know most of us who've been on the drops have maybe had a day where they've gone to a birthday party and had a piece of cake or that sort of thing. So this is our Sugar Stop, which is it's basically a fiber product. So none of us get enough fiber regularly, but this one will help to block 40% of sugars from starch-based foods and 20% from sugars, sucralose, table sugar type, like desserts and that sort of thing. So when you take this before you go out or before you're going to have that meal, one, it's going to help you feel fuller, but then it's going to help get rid of some of that stuff before it hits your bloodstream. So, and you'll see here, this is CoLab. This is actually our own lab where we create products.
Yeah, and I had this question yesterday actually, and what makes us different from other companies like us, right? And this is one of the answers is this lab, right? And again, we will take a product like Sugar Stop and we'll make adjustments to it. When it came to us, it was good, but it wasn't perfect. So we were able to use our lab to pull, a couple things out and then reformulate it to add some good stuff in. So we do that often with our products, right? So to have our actual lab, so that not too many companies like us have that. So that's one thing that makes us stand out. And we can make something brand new like the previous product we just shared. So pretty
Yeah.
spectacular.
Yeah, Advantage is our first brand new product out of that lab, so that was pretty cool. We also have, of course, protein shakes if you like protein shakes. So we have our 3-in-1 plant protein, which is truly a full meal replacement. It's got prebiotics, probiotics, vitamins, all of that great stuff. Our beauty boost for hair, skin, and nails. So it helps to the body to produce collagen. And so, supports the hair, skin, and nails. We have our Power Boost, which is the chocolate flavored one, which is one of my favorites because it tastes amazing. But this really helps with recovery, energy, and metabolism. So it helps to create that or to promote that lean muscle. And Giving Greens. This one, Russell, this one's a pretty important one for a lot of us, especially if we don't eat a lot of vegetables.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't get enough. And even if we tried, if we were doing our very best to eat the vegetables, again, we talked about this, we talked about soil, or did we? I can't remember. But we talked about soil, maybe I'm thinking about yesterday. Our soil quality is not as good as it used to be when, our grandmothers were little girls or children, right? And so even if we try, the quality is not as good. So again, you need to have this, a couple scoops will give you 2.5 pounds, and you can get it, you can put it into your smoothies, you can put it in for children, you can put it into sauces so they don't even know they're getting it, right? So
Mhm.
grandparents love it. They get it when their grandchildren come over, they get this to them, and it's so important.
Yeah, it really is. So you can mix and match and you can put whichever ones together. If you put all of them together, apparently it tastes like a Terry's chocolate orange. I don't like chocolate and orange, so I don't do that, but I do like to do the protein, the chocolate, and the greens with some almond milk. It tastes like chocolate milk, so you can't go wrong there. We also have, we do actually have a collagen product, which is on the right here, our noni and collagen. And so that is our collagen product, like specific collagen. We have a detox, which is amazing. It's a very gentle detox and it really helps with pH support and getting your body's pH levels proper. But really goes through your blood and really scrubs out things. It even brings out any heavy metals that are in your body. And we're all exposed to toxins constantly, whether it's water, air, lotions you put on your skin, whatever it is. Like we can't get away from that. So doing this, once or twice a year is a really great option. Our probiotic is one of the best out there. It's one of our doctors actually created it. He came in with this product to finish up and it actually goes through the system and it opens up in the small intestine instead of in the stomach. And the small intestine is really where you need those good bugs. The stomach acids can sometimes kill them, and you don't get as much of a benefit from them if they open up there. And then Elite, I'm going to let you talk about that, Russell.
Sure. Yeah, Elite is the product I started with, and it helped. Again, I mentioned my mood was not the best, and we gained high quality ashwagandha, and again, there's several other uh, herbs. Again, this is a version 2.0. We upgrade. We had a great version. Version 1 was awesome, and a lot of us love that. And again, but our company, here's another reason why we're a little bit different. We will take something that's already like amazing, and we will still alter it and to make it even more amazing. Because once we pay attention to the science and we learn different things, and we can make it even better. But yeah, Elite is incredible. So I had a person yesterday sharing, and again, we don't treat, cure, diagnose. We don't do any of that kind of stuff. But when you put the stuff in the body that's like really good products, good ingredients in the body, then your body knows what to do with it, right? And here, so I had a gentleman. His name's Russell too, by the way, actually, and he was suffering a little bit from kind of Crohn's colitis type of stuff, and having issues. I think we all know what those are. You kind of his life was his life was being altered a bit in the way where he was not able to be as social as he used to be, and his circle of friends was kind of doing less and less, getting smaller and smaller because he had to stay home more and had missed events and things like that, right? So his quality of life was being very affected as well. So I encouraged him to start this, and so he's doing 2 elite a day, and probably did that for a couple of weeks, and then now he's doing 1 a day. It's been about 8 weeks, I believe, and so his symptoms are basically greatly reduced now to the point where he is now willing to go out and about. We had a house full of people. I was there yesterday doing this exact presentation to their friends because they're wondering why he's out and about so much now, because he's confident that he can be out and about and not have to rush and find a washroom. And so again, so it's just very powerful. He's actually been able to even come off of some of his medications, right? So again, he's working with his doctor, which we always encourage everyone to do. And so yeah, so his life is changing. He's actually going on a cruise. They were going to cancel. They were going to cancel the cruise about a month ago, and again, but now they're going to stay on it. So again, huge win for
Yeah,
everybody.
that's awesome. And we
Yeah.
hear stories like that a lot, and they're different. Like it's not just for one thing. It really they're adaptogens, so they adapt to what's happening in your body. So you can hear stories like completely opposites because that's what's going on in that person's body. We have, oh, hang on here. There we go. I always like to tell Brenda's story too because she had such an amazing transformation. She started on the drops and her goal was to lose about 30 pounds in 6 months, and she ended up losing over 100 pounds in 6.5 months. Now she started with a lot of the products we just talked about, so using them together, she's a very busy lady, so she used the shakes to make sure that she was getting enough calories in, because we want people to eat. Like we coach you on how to eat properly on a low glycemic diet and that sort of thing, but we want you to eat. We don't want you to be hungry, right? So that really helped her. Of course, the elite there, the greens, the drops of probiotics and the detox was what she started with, and she's had amazing results and she's still going strong. So that's been great. This is one of our fun products, and I know Russell, you're a big proponent of this one.
Yeah. I had a chance to listen to some early Zooms from the person who invented this device, not the technology. The technology PEMF has been around for like 60 years, but the chance to listen to the fellow who invented the device that's delivering the technology to us. So this is making it very easy to deliver. And before you'd have to go into like an MRI type of machine kind of thing to be able to have this kind of benefit. But now you can have it on your wrist. You can pop that little. There's a little that thing in the middle where the little blue light is. You can pop that out. I keep it in my pocket. Actually, I just started a new job. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit what this does. It's basically a communication device talking to your blood cells. You can see in the before picture for this person, her blood cells were kind of clumping together, kind of linked together like maybe like a chain, maybe. And then when they're that way, they're not operating properly. They're not moving through your body properly that way, and they're not able to carry as much nutrition and oxygen when they're kind of linked together, right? So when you can see the after picture, again, that was March was before, after was July. You can see they're more individual, right? And so when they're more individual, they can carry more nutrition and they can carry more oxygen, and they can also get into nooks and crannies. Like imagine a big chain of blood cells. They get kind of stuck in a traffic jam. They can't get into all the nooks and crannies and small arteries and veins that they need to get to deliver oxygen nutrition everywhere, right? But an individual blood cell is designed to be able to go everywhere it needs to, right? So you're getting oxygen and nutrition to every part of your body that needs it instead of some going without, right? So that's what this does, right? And the band is kind of the watch, looks like a watch on you wear on your wrist, and then the web. Is you can see, you can put it on your arm, on your leg, on your knee, on your shoulder, right? And you can, it's basically 9 of those little bands put together, right? Kind of thing. So you can You can, if you have injury, it's kind of good for an injury. You can kind of have it rep. So it's a pretty cool device.
Yeah, and we've got a little recording here. It's very short, it's only a couple minutes, but it's a testimonial from this gentleman who's been a firearms instructor for a lot of years.
Hi, I'm here with my good friend Greg Burgess. And Greg, you're an instructor, a level 2 instructor,
I am, so yes.
and you instruct all over Canada, is that right?
I have done everything to Saskatchewan. I haven't been to Manitoba or east from there.
Okay, so your experience shooting guns, you've been shooting for a long time.
1976.
Okay, a few 100,000 targets?
Well, 50,000 a year.
Wow. Okay. So I'm Ukrainian, so I can't do that math, so I'm not going to try. But Greg, you started wearing what we call the band and kind of got on the bandwagon. Tell me what happened while you were doing all that shooting. What was going on with your hands?
Well, I developed trigger finger. So my index finger, or the trigger finger that I used to shoot, was always pointed like this here. And to try and stretch it out was painful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And within 3 days of wearing the band, maybe less, I noticed that the finger was now straight.
Oh my gosh. That's incredible.
It is.
Because your finger has been like that for
6 months to a year. I don't know. I don't keep track of that stuff.
okay. Well, I'd like to thank you so much for like sharing that, because I think a lot of people, not just from guns, but from getting old, their hands and their mobility. Have you noticed anything else like that?
Well, my left shoulder, I got hurt in 2016, and I had limited mobility of my left shoulder. Now that is coming along almost as good as the right shoulder, which has never been injured.
Wow.
Yes.
Fantastic.
And yeah, right now, all I can say is the finger is pretty much straight and no pain.
Hi, I'm here with my good friend.
Hang on. There we go. So that's a great little testimonial that we got from TL. She was out with him and got that testimonial from him. So we again hear lots of stories about that. So we've got just a few more to go through here. So Tahitian Noni is one of our liquid nutrition or superfood drinks. And one of our favorites. A lot of people really love this. They may not like it at first. The taste is unique. It's not bad, but it's unique. And but once you get going, you can't stop. So this one is really an overall wellness, helps with, you can see everything here on the side that it helps with. And this comes right from Tahiti, and we actually have the rights to the land where this is produced. And we work with the farmers there that are generational farmers to get this. And this is where the soil is super important, because it's a volcanic soil, and that's where it gets the fruit there that you see in behind gets its special properties, and that's called iridoids, and that just helps protect the fruit. And when we drink it, it helps protect us. Russell, I think this is one of your favorites too, isn't it?
Yeah, this is one of the early ones I tried, and love it. We joked yesterday again, talking, MOA. It's called Mother of All. It has 36 different superfoods, fruits, and mushrooms. So there's mushrooms, 7 different mushrooms that help with cognitive support and different things, and so many, and some common apples, fruits, and stuff that we're familiar with, but then other things that would be very hard for us to source and get on a daily basis. Noni's in here as well, right? So lots of good things in this product that help. And again, you can imagine all the different ingredients and all the different impacts that all these different things do for your body. So cognitive, helps calm the mind, and again, the special thing, again, here's one more special thing why we're different. When we came up with this product, we were told to use just a synthetic chemical preservative, right? And we're like, well, we don't want to put anything bad in our product. We have everything good. Why would we do that? So they said, well, that's all you got, so take it or leave it. Well, we said leave it. And I think we took a couple of years and we came up with our own natural, uh, created with food, natural preservative, right? So that we don't have any chemicals in this product, right? To keep it preserved. So again, that's why we're different from other companies. So
Yeah, and it's
great.
in a super handy little pouch that you can just take anywhere with you.
Yeah. Oh, very handy.
This
And this
is
is
another.
cool. Yeah,
Oh, go
I like
ahead.
this one. I was talking about this one
Oh,
yesterday too.
good.
So this is from the ocean. So we have lots of you can drink your stuff. You can have powders. You can drink it. We'll show you a few. We can get if you like the pill form. So tablets or not tablets, but pill form if you like that way. But lots of ways to get health. And this one and noni all just work from a cellular level. It really improves your cells. So every time you like your skin cells only last for so long, and when they're born again, when the new ones are made, you have noni or something like limu in your system. Those cells are going to be a little bit stronger each time, right? So imagine, I think it's 7 years that the last cell in your body will pass on, and you have a new. So basically, every 7 years, you have all brand new cells, right? So imagine if you're drinking this for this long, but it's pulled from seaweed, actually, and harvested by the locals. The seaweed grows like 3 to 6 feet a day, right? And then they just harvest it. There's actually kind of like a vein in there, and they squeeze out the just like you squeeze out the moa out of your the moa pouch. They squeeze out the this liquid. It's the magical thing about this is called fucoidin. Is a special item in this product, and you can search that. It's been tested over 2,000 times, probably 2,500 times now around the world, not just from Partner Co, but other places testing and doing research on what fucoidin does, right? So again, we are science-based. We listen and follow what science has taught us about nutrition and about natural products, and we use it to the best combinations, right? So this is a great product. It helps with so many things. So ask the person. And again, now we get into our supplements and stuff. If you don't like the liquids, you can go this route as well. I know I like to talk about the two in the bottom, and I'll let Cindy share the others. But Dr. Strand talks about the optimals, kind of Batman and Robin. So Dr. Strand is an actual physician. He's a medical doctor, and he sees patients all the time. When he's not help working with us, he's actually doing that still. And the first thing he does is he has his patients come in there like, oh, I got this, I got that. He puts them on this, right? And a lot of their issues either reduced, go away, or they're reduced, right? And then he'll give them some supplements, some extra things, maybe like the Magna B or something, right? And only then, if they still haven't kind of got everything kind of ironed out and everything's good, then he'll go kind of what he's been trained to do and go to the pharmaceutical industry and finish whatever he has to do. But he now goes here first, right, Cindy?
That's right. And a lot of I know those two for sure, and some of the other ones here are actually in the physician's desk reference. So when your doctor goes through their reference of to, what helps with heart and brain or whatever it is, some of these are actually listed there. So that's, another thing where we're different. Our products are quality enough that it can be listed in a physician's desk reference. So you can see what these other ones do here. I'm going to keep going just because we're getting a little bit late here. Vinali is a huge one. It's one of our favorites. They're all our favorites, but Vinali for me was huge for I know it says healthy immune and cardiovascular, but it helps with lungs. Like right on the bottle, it says heart, eyes, skin, and lungs. And I have very bad allergies, and I know the same thing has happened with Russell. But taking this, I no longer need to take allergy pills. That didn't happen overnight, of course, but as I went through and realized that I wasn't taking allergy pills anymore, I was pretty impressed. But not just that, again, everything we have doesn't just do one thing, right? So a lot of people will use this when they're losing weight. And if you're losing a lot of weight, sometimes you have some loose skin. But you can use this and it helps the skin to stay tight. So you don't have so Brenda, who you saw up at the earlier in the presentation that lost the 100 pounds. She had this the whole time and she didn't have any extra hanging skin, which is pretty amazing for losing weight that quickly. So it's another great product. And Renew, this is one that a lot of people, once they try, just never want to go without. And that's because it really helps promote deeper sleep and it gives energy. This is one where we take it at night, and you sleep amazing during the night. And in that time that you're sleeping and in a deeper sleep, this will help to stimulate the natural human growth hormone production in your body. So your body is producing it itself. It's not synthetic, it's not in the stick at all, but what's in there is helping the body to produce it and to be able to use it in a more efficient manner. And it does it through 4 different pathways, which we're not going to get into the science of. But if you do want that, reach out to the person who invited you and they can send you probably Dr. Strand's little video on it because it's very good. So that's a quick introduction to a lot of our products. Again, if you want more information, just reach out to the person who invited you. But we want to talk about some lifestyle. We want to have some fun, right? So you can see here, we've got some trips that people have gone on, conferences that we're at, and we always have to have a party. And that's what's up in the top left there. I think that's one of our platinum parties, that sort of thing. We always have a theme. So we're always really, wanting to have fun and get together. And we love getting together. We also travel to places that you actually want to travel to. So part of the pay plan, provides credits that you can use for travel. So that is very cool. We have several events throughout the year. Our biggest one is PXP, which is the Partner Co Experience, and we have 4 of those around the world because we're in a lot of different countries. We have one coming up here in Canada, in Calgary, at the end of May, which is one of our Connect events. So that's a multi-day event, and we're going to be having a big party there. So that's going to be amazing. And then we'll have some smaller events called Discover, and that's just helping people understand and get to know who Partner Co is. This is our Calgary one that's coming up. We actually have some of our Chief Impact Officer, our VP for Canada, they're coming, and then John Wadsworth, who is actually one of our founders. Him and Darren Zobrist founded Partner Co and got it going, and they have been, in the last 2 years, I think we just got our notice that we just won 11 more awards on a variety of things that we've done, from our website to our product design to our marketing to all of this. Darren's won a leader, I can't remember what it was, but innovative leader reward or something like that. So we just keep winning awards each year. And this is really, for me, a really important part. When I joined the company, I wanted to make sure that they had the same values that I did. So you can see the values here, but at the very top, we call it true partnership. And with true partnership, when $1 comes into the company, they're giving 50% of that back to the partners, the distributors that are doing the work out in the field. And John was actually a brand partner up until him and Darren bought the company. And so he knows what it's like to be in the field, and he wants to make sure that everything is set up for us to win. So their leadership has been amazing. We are hoping to get an updated slide here because our numbers have gone up so much. I'm sure we have way more than 1 million bottles sold of Slenderize. That's our body balancing drops. We're in over 50 countries. We have 172 plus million bottles of Tahitian noni sold, but we've been assured that there's enough noni for everyone. So we will keep producing that and keep making sure that everybody has it. And you can see at the top there, we've been rated the #1 compensation plan with 8 different ways to get paid 3 times by Business for Home. And that's a website that rates the different companies. So yeah, award winning, and we have a lot of social following. These are all the countries that we're in, and it's growing. We are always looking at new countries to open up. And we call it the future of partnership marketing because, again, that true partnership value is really front and center. And one of the other unique things that we have is limitless earning potential. So a lot of companies will cap what you can earn at a certain point, and we do not. You can keep earning and earning and earning. we met a lady in Vancouver who is at the very top position of our company. She's the only one there. And we heard what she makes, and it was mind-boggling. So these are the 8 different ways that we get paid. And again, if you want more information on this, just reach out to the person who invited you, and they'll be happy to go through it with you. But we've got a healthy social life. This is some of the marketing materials that our company provides to us that we don't have to create ourselves to be able to share on social media. And we are partner co or partner.co everywhere. You can see Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, all of the places if you want to take a look at anything. And if you were looking to join us, so we can say hello, partner. We have a one-time fee in Canada of $37.95 and US of $29.95. And that's one, you pay it once, you never have to pay it again. And you get all the tools and resources you need. So you get a website, a back office, an app, all of the materials, trainings, all of the different stuff that we have. And you are basically, you pay one fee, and the next day you are open and operating in over 50 countries.
What else do you get, Cindy? Besides all this wonderful stuff, do you get any support?
Yeah, you know what? You get all of us.
Oh my gosh.
We do presentations like this on Zoom that you can invite people to. We do them in person. Like we talked about the events that you have, but we also work with you one-on-one to make sure that you get to where your goal is. And everybody's goal is different. So we go through that with you first, and we just, our goal everywhere is true partnership and lifting each other up to get to where we want to go.
Exactly. The best part.
Yeah. So that is the end of our presentation here. I'm going to stop the recording and just want to thank you all for taking time to come out and check out PartnerCo. And if you have any questions, you're now at the next level. You're at level 2. You can now go and ask all the questions you want to whoever's invited you or sent this video to you, and get all your answers. And hopefully we get to partner with you soon.
Take care, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Night.
Thank you.